pass yet, but you haven't had camp, you haven't had workouts. What level already of a passer does he feel like he's at?
I mean, I feel like he's one of those. He can be an elite passer. Now, as far as what he is now, like you see flashes of it, you can see he can really pass. But I feel like he can be an elite passer at some point.
Is he the kind of guy where he makes you think differently about when you're actually open on the floor? Like, I can actually get a ball here, the other guys won't throw it.
We've seen flashes, like I said. The one over the rim was like the first time we've seen him do it. But as you get more comfortable and as he gets more comfortable, we figure out like what passes he can make and we'll figure it out from there. But right now we enjoying that he's playing hard. He's out there defending, getting stops, and also moving the ball and getting assists.
You and Nico always played a lot of minutes last year together, and even started the season last year together. Starters, what do you feel like you guys maybe understand better about each other's game, where that duo could be a little more effective this season?
I mean, we both get whichever one of us get the rebound, we can push the break, and then we can fill any lane and go from there. So, it's good to have two people on the court that can actually get the rebound and go.
I know it's not official yet, but if Sco is coach of Team USA, just how do you feel like you could fit in that role, just with your experience with the national team?
At that point, if it does happen, that'll be my third go around. So at that point, I'm kind of a vet there too. But just a leadership role, obviously, spacing the floor, being comfortable, saying my piece. I feel like that's one step I took with the Olympic team, actually, speaking up and being vocal about what I see, even though sometimes it wasn't my turn, but everybody respecting it.
Do you see this progression as a natural progression with Erik, with Spo, that World Cup, then assistant coach, then
we don't know what's going to happen with Spo. We just know he's a mad scientist in the gym. When he gets in his playbook, when he gets into his schemes, and when he watches his film, he's a mad scientist. So from that standpoint, of like progression-wise, I feel like he could have did that 6 years ago if he wanted to.
Ben, I know you're sick of hearing about pace, but do you get the feeling? Have you gotten that sense, whether from the preseason or just throughout practice, training camp, that this could end up being the fastest team you've been a part of since you've been here over the past 9 years?
For sure. I mean, it started way before training camp. Even us playing pickup, like we emphasize pace and space, and really running and trying to get layups and not playing against half-court defense.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
It's more encouraging right now, and then we'll figure out, some kind of tendencies, if they are tendencies on turnovers. But you can see the pace and playing with speed, playing to a skill level, fits him better than what was happening in summer league. So we'll lean into that. We don't want to give him too much, where he's thinking too much right now. Because I think one of his strengths is just playing off of his instincts, and I want to keep on doing that.
Is there an element to it where at a certain point, and that point's not now, but a guy just proves that he can make certain passes that other guys can't?
Yeah, I mean, that was his first preseason game, and he was just in a handful of scrimmages in training camp, but obviously we saw him in September. So passing and vision, are part of his strength zone, and we want him to do that. I mean, he had some really good plays to Kalel. It's not just the lobs, but the early pocket passes, sometimes the easy play. He had that one where it was just across on the other side to vertical space, for the layup. I think, the more guys start to see that he's a willing passer, guys are going to try to get to those open gaps, and if that means they're going to run more, I think that would be a positive.
He was here for about a month before, because of machinations, had to step away while still working out. What did you see him, if you saw him in the off-season workouts, and what do you think he could do?
We like all of our young guys that will be, transitioning to Sioux Falls, but he showed a level of grit and competitive toughness that we like, and he's also skilled. He knows how to play out without the ball and shoot the ball or drive off those catches. So we're encouraged by that.
And you always talk about transitioning. With Trevor, do you feel that there's another step for him amid a potential transition to Sioux Falls?
Yeah, we want to continue to develop him, yeah, for sure. He showed a lot of improvement over the last few weeks. He's gotten in better shape. He's committed to our defensive system. And I told him this is just the beginning, hopefully. All right, cool. Thank you.